Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you so much. Okay, all of my old subscribers, new subscribers, future subscribers, I give you great love and gratitude. If you find yourself unsubscribed, um, please resubscribe again. We have people that are unsubscribing my subscribers. Um, so please resubscribe again. Also, if your notifications are turned off, go to your notifications and hit all. Okay. I want to talk about, did CPS take King from Finesse2Tymes again? Okay. I was looking at Finesse2Tymes page on yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. Night, yeah. And Finesse2Tymes says, I just want to see my little man's make it. How could you not want the same? I never forget the day I pulled up on Tate Street and meet him. All the kids are innocent, but he was special. He was ambitious. And for some weird reason, he motivated me. He stood by me the whole time, out my peripheral vision. He didn't take his eyes off of me, so I knew I motivated him also. This is mama's second time calling CPS. She don't even have custody. She even stabbed her own mama for wanting better for King. I know it's nothing me or y'all can do about it, but do me a favor and pray for us. The devil testing us. And I mean, you see King sitting there looking sad, um, with the CPS worker there. Now, hey, I don't know what to say about this because they're talking about King's mother, and there is some mental illness, and King was living on the street and stuff. But was it done right? I hey, I know in the beginning when they got King was doing all kinds of other stuff. They was kind of using him as a dog and pony show, right? Um, is King Does King have a savings account? King has an album and all of that out. Is he getting his right amount of money, or is Finesse getting it all? Like, do they have him a bank account where there's some wealth being created because he's still a baby? King is a baby, right? Um, is he in a healthy environment? Okay. All of that, just because you take a child off of the street out of one bad environment and put him in money, it does not mean that he is in a better environment, right? Psychologically, is that happening? King's mother doesn't have custody of him, but she is King's mother. So I'm not saying that she was a good mother, because if he was on the street, maybe she was not. It is alleged that there was some type of abuse, codependencies are going on with his mother and all of that, aside from mental issues. Hey, it must have been the same thing, because it is alleged that King's grandmother had custody of him and he was still out in the street, okay, doing whatever at what, 6 7 years old. And then they get Finesse and them allegedly gave the grandmother $1,000 and the uncle too, and basically sold him. Right now, I don't know who has custody of him now, but I hope that King is in a healthy environment. And just because he's getting better things, see, King draws a lot of attention with his personality. So when people say Finesse is taking care of him, is he? Or is it the money that he makes off of King taking care of King, right? It's one thing when you put a child in a better position in a healthy environment. Hell, I don't even know if Finesse himself is mentally stable. It sure don't seem like it. So is he in a better environment? And Finesse seems to be childlike. Okay. Now I believe he does at this point have some liking for King. He cares about him because King is innocent. Okay, King depends on him, and he understands that King can't, unlike adults, He does not at this point have the tendency to backstab him or whatever. King is totally naive, and whatever Finesse says, that's what it is. He's a baby. He does not know any better, right? He kind of uses King as a what's the word that I'm looking an accessory. Okay, so is he really in around real love? I believe Finesse cares about him. I do. Um, I do. I believe he cares about him, but it does not mean that he is psychologically in a healthy environment, especially when he was playing dice. He's still cussing. He's in the clubs. We don't know if they letting him drink and smoke, right? So, hey, I don't know. I've always said I wanted to see King in a healthy environment. And it's so sad that people equate a healthy environment with money, because you see a lot of rich kids that grew up with everything, and they were not necessarily in loving and healthy environments because their parents were not at home and they had access to all this money, and unfortunately they were around a lot of cokeheads and all of that. They was just in bad environments. Okay, they had the money, they was able to buy what they want to, but they was cracked out, drugged out, um psychologically brain fried, ended up in mental institutions and all of that. So money does not equate to anything healthy, right? And so I want for King, because he is a baby. You look at him and you could tell he loves Finesse. He looks up at him because that's all he knows, is that he's not on the street anymore, right? And you know, hey, I'm not saying that Finesse is doing, I'm not saying he's doing anything bad. We just know that at one time it wasn't looking good when they had King playing dice and all of that, right? They was using him as a dog and pony show. Okay. But there's this medical term called Stockholm syndrome. Okay. Whereas when a person is violated, let's just say a woman is kidnapped. Okay, she's kidnapped, and after the kidnapper keeps her for a long time, she develops a loyalty to him, because although he's violating her, okay, she develops a loyalty to him, right? Because even though he's treating her bad, he's still feeding her. He gives her water. He gives her these necessities, and her mind says, "Well, he could have killed me." She becomes so damaged, especially that happens when people have been kidnapped for a very, very long time. When they say, "Well, when they had the opportunity, how come they didn't escape?" Because psychologically, they're messed up. They put fear in them. They violated them, and they go, "Well, they could have killed me." Okay, but they didn't, so they developed Stockholm syndrome. Okay. And I'm not saying that Finesse is doing all of that to King. I'm just saying King was on the street and he's a baby. So his brain is not through developing. He is a real baby for real. Okay. He's not even 12 yet. I think King is 9 or 10. So of course he's going to have this undying loyalty to this man who has given him those things that he did not have before. But is he in school? They say he is. Okay. Is he getting counseling? He's not around all of that crap and that mess that Finesse has going on in his life, because Finesse needs to have his own ass in counseling, if you ask me. Because even though he's talented, psychologically is something missing. Okay. So, hey, we see that, it's something going on with King's mother. I'm not saying that King should be back with his mother. I'm not saying that, because I know that he was having a hard life. I'm just saying, did Finesse and them do it right? And are they doing it right as it relates to King? Is Finesse making sure that he is putting money aside in trust funds and things of that nature that he is making off of King? And if he truly cares about him, when he developed trust funds for his own children, not just what King is, the little money King is making off of rapping, but is he also treating King like he would treat his own kids? If he's putting money in trust funds for his own children, is he also putting his money in trust funds for King? because we could truly say then at that point, okay, he's making sure he's looking out for his best interest, because Finesse have been tied up in all kinds of junk lately. So is he looking out for the future if something happens to him as it relates to King, right? So did CPS take him? I don't know, because then he goes on and speaks. He has his baby that one of the girls had. He's singing to the baby. Once in my life, I have someone. He was saying, this is mine and you can't take it. So that's why I said, it did, was King taken? I don't know. We don't know. Maybe he was not. Hey, I don't think it's a bad thing for CPS to monitor, if they got a good social worker to monitor things, to make sure that King is being able to have a childhood, because at one point it didn't look like he was having a childhood. So so I don't think it would be a bad thing to monitor that. I'm not saying he should go back to his mother who has mental illnesses. I'm saying that should be done right, because that is still her child. Okay. When King was out on the street, it didn't seem like his mother was caring. But hey, maybe we don't know everything. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. Okay. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.